This tutorial will show you how to use the automated tiling tools in Image Pro Premiere. Image Pro Premiere's tiling functionality allows you to stitch together images that were acquired using an automated stage. In this example, we have an image that was acquired using an automated stage, and you can see that we have a number of different frames that we would want to, in most cases, stitch together so we can analyze the objects in that image as a whole. So to do this, we open the Tiling tool, which is in the Process menu, click on the Tiling button, and it opens a tiling view. So you can see here, it tells us that we can either drag the images from the image strip or go into this drop-down menu to add individual images. So we'll just go ahead and drag that image right into our tiling view. Now when we hover over each of the frames in this image, you can see in the pop-up menu that it already has XY coordinates associated with each frame. And because of that, Image Pro Premiere automatically aligns this image using the XY coordinates. And you can see the XY button is active up in our alignment menu. If you want, you can choose to change the arrangement of those images by rows, columns, or cascading them and manually move them around. But since we already have our XY coordinates, we'll go back to the automatic XY positioning. You can also see that each of these images can be moved around, so you can visually get a feel for how they relate to one another. The next thing we want to do, now that our image is aligned, is stitch the images together. By default, the Snap to Edge functionality is chosen, so you can see that as we move this image, or the frame, and we move it around in the workspace, it'll snap back into position where it thinks it should be aligned with the other images. You also have the option to use this pattern matching option, which if you didn't have an image that already had the XY coordinates and you maybe just had two images that you wanted to align and match up by patterns, you could use that option as well. Or you can choose to not stitch together automatically and just simply manually move the images around until they were in a position that you liked. But we'll go back to the Snap to Edge, move them back in place, and now we'll auto stitch them together. We click on the Auto Stitch wizard hat, and now our image is stitched together. But you can see that we can still select each of the frames if we wanted to do more adjusting. But now that we have a stitched together image that we like, we'll go ahead and create the resulting image. And now it creates a new image that is completely stitched together. When we zoom in, we don't see any of the edges on that image. And now this image can be analyzed using the count size tools, measurement tools, filters, any of the other processing and analysis functions in Image Pro Premiere. And if we want, we can still go back to the tiling view and make more adjustments and then create another resulting image. You have options in the tiling view as well if you want to select a different background color. You can adjust the transparency, allow resizing of the frames, and a number of different options. We hope this information was useful, and please be sure to check out the other videos on Image Pro Premiere. And if you have any questions, please contact your local Media Cybernetics reseller or your Media Cybernetics office. Thank you.